We're in the middle of a set of our F1 cows right now. Majority of these cows come out of Red Angus cows and Charolais bulls. All of these calves are sired by F1 Red Angus Charolais cross bulls. There's about 145 pairs in this group. We rotate them through 1,500 acres in 3 pastures. There are 2 pastures that are about 550 acres apiece, and then a 400-acre pasture here. As we said before, we work on about a 45-day overall rotation, not a intensive rotational like a cell grazing system, but an intentional. And we move these cows, get a lot of benefit from stockpiling and also from regrowth. When we were coming in, we drove through some puddles. We got a little rain last night. The pastures these cows aren't in, we'll be getting some new growth back up. So when we move in, what we find is there's some new green every time we move the cows. She's still looking. You can see some of these calves in the background. What we look for in the cows is a good big rib, a lot of depth to her, a lot of length. And you can kind of see if you get one of these cows a little broadside. You can also see in these calves, same kind of a thing we're after. We like a lot of length, a lot of depth, a lot of hip. There's a big yellow calf right there you can probably see. Got a big hip on them. And that's what we are after, is a lot of meat and muscle. And then these calves got a lot of grow in them, so when they go into the feedlot, they can go ahead and perform for those guys also. All these cows, again, are spring calving cows. They'll calve from the middle of March to about the 3rd week in May, and get out of the hard part of winter that way. And then we'll market or load these calves in the first 10 days or so in November. That's kind of what we like. And there's a
beautiful set right there.
Yeah, that's what we're after.
Okay, that's good to know.
Gorgeous.
And these calves will weigh right at 600 pounds when we wean them, which is really good for a March-born calf. A lot of these calves around our area are born in January and February, and to calve that much later and still get a calf weighing 6 when you sell him, is these calves got a lot of grow and a lot of meat in them. We have had a locker beef program where we market all these calves off of the cow. We don't really keep the feedstuffs to grow, and so to keep a feedlot actually going, we haven't ever went ahead and stepped there full speed again. Just too hard to keep the kind of quality feed we need year round. So we sold locker beefs for quite a while, but just hard to keep the quality of feed year round to do that. I think these steers are actually going to Colorado. They've been in Nebraska. Over the years, we've seen some there.
And probably for the feedlot, they'll probably go back out to western Kansas and stuff, to those big lots.
Yeah, there's some feeders in Nebraska that have fed them before, and there's some feeders. This is a farmer feeder in Colorado that I think bought them this year. So, yeah, they'll probably go to. I mean, the steers will be weighing 6, the heifers will be weighing just under 6. So they'll go probably to a grow yard or to wheat pasture, and they'll grow them for probably 120 days or so, and then they'll finish them. And they'll come out weighing, 1,400 pounds. These calves are already marketed. We market on Superior, and then we'll deliver the first 10 days of November. We kind of like to market in the summer months. It's usually a little stronger market. May not be the case this year. There's been kind of pretty good little up run the last few weeks, but traditionally, most years the market's better in July and August than it is in October, November. And so we want to market then and then deliver in November, and then leave the cows where they can recoup and get ready for the next round.
Kind of the opposite of the goats, the market.
Yeah, yep, kind of the opposite from them.